Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with a deck profile for Oracle Think Tank. This is the Stride build, and it's quite fun. It kind of slacks against Kagero, but for the most part against other decks, it does fairly well. And so let's get right into the deck profile. So for starting Vanguard, we run Lulu. Yeah, this is a very old card. It's from set 7. Her skill is when you ride a grade 3, you can move this card to your rearguard circle, and then you can Soul Blast 2 to draw a card. Basically, that's what it does. So basically, she stays in your soul until you ride grade 3. Which combos well with Coco, which we do run in this deck because Coco is one of my, actually I have a lot of OTD cards I like, but you know, yeah. Alright, let's go to the next grade 3. We run the new Generation Break unit grade 3 for Oracle Think Tank. The skill is, on your turn, if you have 4 more cards in your hand, this card gets plus 5,000 power and extra critical. So it's not bad. It has that extra critical, which does help. Shut this up first. Alright, there you go. So next skill is Catalyst 1. On your turn, when a G unit strides on top of this card, you can pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, and then add 1 card to your hand, and put the other card into the bottom of your deck. So it's not bad. He's a pretty good card. He lets you, you know, it gives you a +1, I guess, and it's a pretty solid card overall. You know, for Oracle Think Tank's grade 3s aren't that great, I guess. But he gets the job done with that extra attack and crit. Yeah. Not much else to say about it. Next, we run for Scarlet Witch Coco. This is the card that came out in BT2. So it's a very old card. She got reprinted in the extra booster. So if you guys are looking for that, you can probably get that there. But this guy, or this Coco, her skill is when you ride and your soul is 1 or less, this card gets, you can Counterblast 2 to draw 2 cards, so it's an instant +2. And then when your soul is, if you don't have any soul, this card gets +3k when it attacks. So mainly she's your backup Vanguard because when you ride your first grade 3, you're probably going to have no soul because of Lulu. So, kind of wants to draw 2 cards. Instant +2 for that, you know, extra cards in hand. And then, if you draw these cards later on in the game, you can just discard them for Stride because you probably won't ride into her. He gets the job done if you ride him first. But Coco is a nice backup Vanguard. This deck is pretty straightforward, I guess. Those are the grade 3s. Let's get on to the grade 2s. This is where the deck shines, because there's a lot of very useful cards that, you know, help you push for game. So we have 4 Silent Tom. Again, it came out in BT2. Skill is when this card attacks, your opponent cannot guard with grade 0s. So since Oracle Think Tank has a new AK booster, you can abuse Silent Tom with that. Next, we run the key card for Oracle Think Tank. When this card's boosted while it attacks, you can Counterblast 1 to draw a card. It's the better version of Maiden of Libra, but it's Generation Break 1, so you can't use it early game. a lot of times you won't use his effect because you want to save it for other good stuff like his shard effect and your stride's effects, I guess. Yeah. And then we run 2 Promised Daughter. When this card attacks, you can discard a card to have this card gets plus 5k. It's not bad. Helps you push for those extra numbers for game if you need. Yeah. Of course, don't just spam her effect whenever you want, because you do have to discard a card. So, yeah. But it is pretty useful. I have won a few games with her effect, so definitely nice to have. And then we won 2 Battle Sisters, because this deck doesn't really have any cards used for early game rush, and she is a nice card to ride into early game. I'm gonna just lay this out. So yeah, those are the grade 2s. Let's move back on to the grade 1s. We run the Stride booster card, I guess you can call it. Oh jeez. He gets it's a grade 3 if you discard him for Stride. Other skill is you can call this card and reveal a grade 3 to your opponent, and then search your deck for a Susano. So this, for now, it might have new Susano units, so who knows. And then after that, discard a card. So very standard card in a Stride deck. I don't run 4 because I want to run more AK boosters, since this card is pretty much dead in your hand anyway. So you just want to use her for Stride fuel. Alright, so next for the boosters, we run 7 AK boosters. Yeah, mainly using it for Silent Tom. Silent Tom is the key card of the deck. The problem with this deck is that you can't recycle rear guards and stuff. You can't Legion. So that might be a problem. So like once your Silent Toms are dead, they're dead. They won't come back to life. So that could be a problem. But yeah, if you keep them in your hand and not call them out until you need to, then you'll be fine. A lot of times, if you want to really save one to push for game, that's fine. You can use these 3 as much as you want, and then when you want to push for game, just call that one. Like if your opponent only has 3 cards left in hand, they're probably dead. So yeah, especially when you can drive check for 3 triggers, it makes Silent Tom extra deadly. So yeah, next we run 4 of these cards. This deck is very counter loss heavy, so the unflip is nice, the damage unflip. This is the one that does unflip damage. So, but you cannot protect your rear guard. So when Silent Tom gets attacked by something big, then he's pretty much screwed. So goodbye Silent Tom. For triggers, we run 12 crit and 4 heal. Mainly you're running 4 crit because, you're running 12 crit because you draw so much already in the deck, so you don't really want to draw into your draw triggers because that's the worst card you can draw into. So getting these is, yeah, drawing into crits are better. Sorry, it's kind of late, so I'm gonna sleep right after this. So yeah, let's get into the Stride deck. I run 1 of the Blizzard guy. Counterless 1, choose a G card in your choose a G unit in your generation zone and then flip it, and then this card gets plus 5k for every G unit face up. So yeah, 1 Artemis or Atmos, yeah. Counterless 1, he gets plus 10k when it attacks. So most of the time you're going to use this end game, and you're going to unflip an Atmos, and sometimes Atmos is here for some weird reasons. But yeah. Next we run 2 of the on hit draw card tried. He's not bad. Give some pressure opponent if he doesn't. They want to get it. Want you to get a +1. Yeah. Next we run 4 of this card. This guy is very good. Kind of lost 2. Unflip himself. And then if you have a two or more G cards or G units face up on your G zone, you can look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Choose 2 of those cards and add them to your hand, and the rest goes in the bottom of your deck. Now this card is amazing because you can look at top 4 and add 2 cards. That is some pretty good stuff, because yeah, you can choose which 2 cards you want. I mean, it's a lot better if you can search your whole deck, but not everybody can have everything they want. So choosing 2 out of the 4 is pretty good already. Yeah, but it is kind of lost 2, so it's kind of expensive, but it's not bad. Not bad. Definitely adds a lot of toolboxing for Oracle Think Tank. Because normally if you use this guy and you kind of lost 1 to draw a card, it's completely random. But at least if you look at top 4, and choose 2, it's less random, I guess. You get a choice. So if you are playing against decks that don't let you use grade 1s and above to guard, you can add a bunch of grade 0s to your hand, so you can hold on for another turn, I guess, and you still get a drive check or a triple check, so that's pretty good. Overall, this deck is pretty solid. It's pretty fun to play. It's not bad. As again, it doesn't fare too well against Cairo because your Toms will die very fast. So yeah, but against like other tier 1 decks, quote quote tier 1 decks, like Royal Paladin and stuff, this deck does fairly decent, I guess. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Sorry about me being away for a while. I've been doing stuff. And yeah, contest rewards will be shipped out next week, I think. Because some people still haven't given me their address yet, so I'm waiting on those guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Cardfight, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.